podcast here on a YouTube channel. I am so glad to be back. And thank God it is Friday. Happy Friday to everyone out there. I hope you guys have had an amazing day. My day has been so great. Okay, my day was super amazing. Okay, I actually got in not too long ago. And how could I ever forget that I'm going live every day for 30 days. So, um, yeah, so I'm here. Yes. I don't know, today was crazy because I had just got in. But today wrapped up um, the last day of Beautiful Transformation, Becoming Better with Time. That lasted 4 weeks, and tonight officially was the last time we had the live virtual event. So I'm super excited about that. That tonight, wrapped it up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna let you guys know sometime, probably next week, of what's is to come. All right, what's gonna, because it's some more live virtual events that I'm gonna be having soon, and some other things that will be happening, and I'm super excited about that. I'm super excited to let you guys know, for real. But yeah, my day was great. I got in not too long ago. Um, I had to run and actually I had went and got something to eat. Uh, we went out to get something to eat, but now we're back. I'm back. And tonight's topic, what I want to be talking about, is tired of being tired. Okay? Um, when I think of tired of being tired, right, it's like you are doing a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like you doing a lot, and you're over exhorting yourself pretty much. Like um you're doing a lot, you're going through a lot, have a lot that's on your plate. Some people be kind of like overextending themselves, like their cup is not even halfway full. Like you don't even have that much in your cup. You know what I'm saying? It's not even full of nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't have you don't have that much energy. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to replenish your energy, you know, pour into yourself, reset, get yourself to a place where, you back and you energized and you focused. You have clarity. You know exactly what it is that you want. You know what you're gonna tackle. You allowed yourself to heal and get over the things that you didn't deal with, right? Because sometimes it's like, sometimes people don't even have time to heal because it's like you gotta always be going. It's like the next thing. What's the next thing? You know? If you guys are just now tuning in or whatever, right? I'm talking about the topic is tired of being tired, right? And so I was expounding upon that. Okay, so like you have to pour in to yourself. Like you have to give yourself, you know, energy. You have to reset. You have to um, allow yourself to heal, get over um, the things that has impacted you. Because let me tell you something, like certain relationships, like people don't really understand how impactful a relationship is, right? Because it's like you could be a totally different person before you enter into a relationship, and then you come out of it like totally different, you know? And it's just like when you've gone through a toxic, draining, relationship, like where someone is just completely draining your energy, right? You doing everything for them and they doing absolutely nothing for you, or they gave you promises, right? Because it's just like, girl, how many? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many times they promised you that they was gonna do this, they was going to be there, change, and never changed. Like, didn't even change or anything like that. Or like someone lied to you, manipulated you, deceived you, right? It's just a lot. It could just be just a lot of different layers. You know what I'm saying? Like, just you giving your all and you're invested and they don't even care. They see it as a game. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like one problem after the next. Like, okay, the problem in relationships, right? In your intimate relationships, then um your friendships. Then like some people have issues like within their household. Like some people are living in conditions where it's temporary, but it's just like, okay, this is the situation. Like some people are living with other people. You know what I'm saying? Like in a situation where you kind of like renting out a room at a family house or just living in a family house, and it's just so chaotic and crazy, but you're just trying to hold on because you know you're getting your own place soon and you got to save your money, but this is what you could afford now, or this is, people are trying to help you. And it's just like sometimes you could just have like a lot on your plate, like just a lot overall, you know what I'm saying? And you don't feel like things are going to progress or like things are going to change. um feel stuck. Like the other day I did a show in reference to, you know keep moving, and allowing yourself to keep moving and not be stagnant. I know that's probably not what it was called, but it's along the lines of that. You know what I'm saying? So, but sometimes um, it can allow people to become stagnant, like the current condition or issues that they have. Like, because it's just like sometimes you just have to stay in a place where you are focused on the outcome. Like you're doing what you need to do to get out of the situation that you don't no longer want to be in. Because let's face it, things are not going to happen overnight, they happen over time, right? But the thing is, making a decision and a choice, that's what it all boils down to, right? um, Whatever problems that you're having, right, that's causing you to be in a state where you just are like over it, like you're tired, like you feel what I'm saying, like you're just over it, it's too much, like whatever problem is causing you to have that like reaction or respond or issues, right? You have to kind of like think of solutions that could get you out of that situation, like you know what I'm saying, like even if you don't know, like damn, I don't know which way to turn, or which what I should do, like maybe you should take some time, for yourself, and just sit down and come up with a solution, like um because honestly, life is going to continue to happen. Life is going to continue to happen. Like no matter what problems or issues that we are going through or that we are faced with, right? Time is not going to stop. It's not going to stop, right? It's always in a constant motion, like, and we have to, you know, be in emotion. Like we have to. Which one is this? Let me see. I'm sorry. Hold on. Right. So we have to be in emotion of you just got to keep moving. You just got to keep going, man. For real. Like you just got to keep going. Hold on one second. So yeah. So because a lot of times when people become exhorted, like exhorted, ex, ex, what am I? Like, when people become tired, like when you was tired, right? Sometimes, that make you want to give up. Like you just like you want to say like F it, like I'm not dealing with this. I don't care. Like, you know, when people are tired, they tired of it. It's done. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times they just get into a state where they just say F it. I don't care. I'm not dealing with this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they just go into a state where they just don't care. Like, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, there's nothing wrong with not. There's nothing wrong with having. I don't give a f attitude at times. It is, but when you have a I don't give a f attitude, like about what's going on in your life, like in terms of like caring for yourself, self care, self love, um, working on yourself, right? You know, that could kind of like cause a problem, an issue. Like, um, it can make you not want to do nothing. It's like, you ain't gonna want to do nothing. You ain't gonna want to get out the bed. You know what I'm saying? You gotta like motivate yourself. Push yourself. Like, yo, this life shit ain't no walk in the park all the time. Like sometimes you gotta get yourself up. You gotta motivate yourself. You gotta push yourself, man. Like being tired and giving up for what? For real, like you have to be in a state of pushing yourself or getting to the root of why is it that you're feeling whatever you're feeling that's keeping you in a place where you don't want to do nothing. Because some people don't even have the luxury of being sad or being depressed or being down or being in their emotions because it's just so much stuff that they have to do, obligations. Like your rent don't care that you sad, that you depressed, that your man done left you, your girl done left you, you know what I'm saying? Your kids acting up, you know, someone done rammed your car, keyed your car up, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody done destroyed your property. Like, it's just, the stuff is going to happen, right? Stuff is going to happen. Like, you know, There's a lot of unforeseeable things that do happen, you know? But honestly, the landlord don't care about none of that. They want their money. Okay, they don't care. Like, oh yeah, your employer like, yeah, ma'am, I'm sorry that your goldfish died, but you need to be here at 9 o'clock in the morning. I need you here by 9 o'clock in the morning, okay? I need you here to 9 o'clock in the morning to 9 p.m. at night. They don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you still gotta show up, regardless of what's going on. A lot of us have like, you know, bills and stuff that we gotta pay. So it's just like, okay, if you don't like your job, then you got a job to find a job that you do like, or like a career, something that you like. You know what I'm saying? Just saying, like, hold on. I don't know. Can you guys hear me? God, I don't even know if you guys can. Hello, like, let me ask you guys. Do you hear me? Cause I'm like, am I talking? Can you guys hear me? Cause I'm like, this thing is blinking here. Anybody in the chat? Can you hear me? I just pressed this thing. I don't even know if it's. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And hello to everyone that entered into this live. The topic is tired of being tired, right? But like I was saying, like the luxury of just like saying, oh well, I'm not gonna go to work, or I'm not gonna do this because I feel a certain way, or you and your emotions and stuff like that. Like I said, the landlord want their money. They want their rent. You understand what I'm saying? Like, um, you got your house, or maybe you have like some things that you need to fix in your house. Like you still need to, like, even if you own the house, right? Every year they want their property taxes, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the maintenance, like they want their money. Right. And it's just like when you are in a mood where you don't want to do nothing, or when you're tired and stressed out and stuff like that, right? Yeah, that can impact you and your livelihood, right? Because sometimes people don't even want to get out the bed, but it's like, yo, you got to find something that's going to motivate you, to get you out of that mindset of being tired and like you don't give a f, right? Because it's like, okay, there's ways in which people will say, oh well, I don't give a f, but I'm still motivated in my life, I'm still doing things, right? And it's just like, what you don't give a f about is like, okay, you don't give a f about your life, right? If you don't give a f about your life, you're not going to be motivated to do nothing. You're not going to want to get out the bed. You're not going to want to go to work. You're not going to want to work on nothing. Or let's say, for instance, you have a business, and even though like some people think that, oh, they don't want to be an employee, they don't want to be working for anybody or anything like that, they don't want to work for anybody, so they work for themselves and they create a business. But the reality is that, business owners, right, people who run businesses work 10 times harder than just a regular employee, because it's just like you overseeing things. It's just a lot of responsibility, right? And a lot of times that require you to be there doing so many hours. Like, I know business owners who be like on call 24 hours, who be at their business like 12 hours a day, but on call 24 hours. Like, it's just like a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And it's just like, with that kind of responsibility, right? You have to be present. You have to be present, right? And it's just like, okay, you can't allow something that you're going through to impact your whole life overboard, like where it affects like your livelihood. like, or your means of supporting yourself, or whatever keeps you busy, right? There's some people out there, right, for granted, not everybody, works or own a business, right? Some people have the luxury of just, doing hobbies all day and stuff like that, right? Or just being a homemaker and a housewife and stuff like that, right? But even being a housewife or a stay-at-home mom, it still needs structure, right? You still need to make sure like the house is clean, or like, you're cooking, or you're doing activities, or you teaching your children, or whatever it is that you sign up for, or whatever the case may be. Not even sign up for, that just sounds like crazy. But like, what keeps you motivated and the lifestyle that you choose, or like, your day-to-day, like, uh your day-to-day schedule. Because I just honestly feel like, yeah, you need like some type of schedule or something that's just going to keep you a little focused, right? I don't know, like with me, I like writing. So I tend to like write out a lot of different things, or I like to write out, you know, my schedule. I don't know. I like to see things on paper first. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, I don't know, like even like down to like paying bills or anything, I have to see it on paper. I know like the bank the bank apps now, they have it where you could kind of like go in there and you could create a budget and do everything on an app, or even on your phone. Like, there's different apps you could go in and write and journal and put everything out on paper. Like, I mean, put everything out on the app. But me, I just like a regular pen and a paper. Like, I just like to write everything out because I have to see it, right? Like, let's say if like I have to like budget out like, oh, $10,000. Like, it has to be like I have to physically see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when I was going back to school for to get my master's, right? And so now obtaining your master's degree, like that's not a cheap I listen, if you get scholarships, grants and different things like that, that's amazing. That's great. That is so great, right? But for a lot of us, like, we have to pay, right? And sometimes they be like talking about 400 and something dollars for a credit, and then like if you are like a non-resident student, that's even more money, right? So they keep like raising it up, right? So like with me, like when I was like planning on going back, I had to write that out on paper. You feel what I'm saying? Like, okay, how every semester will look, like in terms of the finances. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, well, this semester with me taking these two classes or four classes, all is going to be $4,000. Like, I have to literally have everything like literally written out. And I remember I had did that. Like, I'm like, okay, this semester is going to cost this much. Um, this is what I'm going to contribute, or this is how many hours that I have to work, or this grant covers this. Like, putting it down. Like, okay, is it really worth me going back to get my degree? And also, like, because we're talking about working a full-time job and then going to school on top of that full-time. Like, yo, I kid you not, like where I'm from, right? I'm from where, like, yo, women be having like two and three jobs and going to school full-time. Like, I kid you not, like, I mean, the grind, the hustle, like, staying up late, uh creating businesses, staying up late, making sure you get your orders out. You know what I'm saying? Um, Taking care of your children, taking care of your elderly relatives and stuff like that. Like, making sure everybody in the household good. Like, that type of like people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, like when you just have a busy overall, like everything is just completely like, yo, you just gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people be really having like two and three jobs. I kid you not. Like, I kid you not. Like, I don't know, like even now, like it's because it's just like, okay, that's like, that's crazy. When you think about it, it's just like, that's, I don't want to say it's crazy, right? It's just a lot of, um, like responsibility, like, I don't know, like just trying to make it happen. Like people don't have time to be like be sad and depressed and just stressed out. Like no, like we trying to create something over here. We making it happen. Like we turning, you know, that tired, like, oh, tired of being tired. No, we not doing that over here no more. We not even going to embrace that tired ish. Okay? We're not even going to do that, right? Because it's just like, okay, when you tired, what do you do when you tired? You get some rest, you get some sleep. That's it. You feel tired, you feel overwhelmed, get some sleep. Get some rest. Rest up. Take some time out for yourself. Figure it out. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta figure it out. You gotta create, even when it seems like, okay, there's no getting out of it, right? Because sometimes we could feel trapped, we could feel like boxed in, feel like we ain't making no kind of motions, we not doing nothing. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like it could feel like you trapped, you know. It could feel like that, but that's not a that doesn't have to necessarily be continue to be the reality, right? You could create a different reality. We could create a mindset, a different mindset surrounded by that. You feel what I'm saying? Not surrounded by that, but a mindset that goes around that, right? Okay, you created a solution. You created a solution by tapping into a different mindset that's going to free you from the limited thoughts or the limitations that you created for yourself. Like feeling trapped and feeling like you have no, you can't you can't get out of a situation. That's just like saying, oh yeah, you in a relationship and you got to be with this person for the rest of your life. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like some people really believe that, like they got to be with one person for the rest of their life. You know what I'm saying? They really believe that, right? And and with that, like, okay, you believe that you're supposed to be with one person for the rest of your life because y'all got married or because of, you know, you guys got children together. Okay? But if this person is wreaking havoc in a household, like causing all kind of chaos and being abusive and, you know, physically causing you harm. You know what I'm saying? Then you have to revisit those belief systems in terms of, oh, I have to stay with this person for the rest of my life. Like, no, you don't. It's just the, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, if someone is being like abusive, it's just like, should you be with somebody that's really is going to do all that to you? That's going to uh, physically uh, beat you and, you know, make you disfigured. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you know, that can, like, a mindset or a feeling can always be changed. You can always change your mind. That's the beautiful thing about this life. And, you know, I'm grateful for where I'm at. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yo, when I was younger, the limited belief systems that I had surrounding relationships was crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And when you sit back, like at least with me, like when I sit back and reflect on the relationships that I had no business being in or being in for that long. You know what I'm saying? Just to know that you have a choice. Like some people, like when you don't think or know that you have a choice, you're gonna like accept anything. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like I would like to tell all the young people out there, even older people, people my age, people older, people younger than me or whatever like that, you have a choice in your life. You have a choice. You know what I'm saying? We could always choose a different path to go on. You know what I'm saying? We could always like you could stick it in there, right? In terms of like you like what you like, right? And I'm not even talking about in terms of like relationships, right? Um but more so like whatever profession you choose, like your it's it's a little bit more than habits, but um like what you do in your spare time. Um, I guess we can say habits. No, it's hobbies. Yes, hobbies. Like your hobbies. So, your hobbies, like what you like to do. Um, and it's just like you could choose that. Like you could choose the different hobbies and things that you want to put your energy into. Like you investing your energy and your time into whatever it is that you like. But as soon as you decide that, okay, I don't like this no more, I'm no longer interested in this, I don't want to do this anymore, then that's when you no longer do it anymore. That's when you find another hobby or you you spend your time doing something else, you know? So even like with the relationship, the uh it's like you could choose, like you don't have to be in a relationship with anybody you no longer want to be in a relationship with. That's the beautiful thing about this, right? But as you know, some people that they don't want to be out of a relationship. But what I don't understand, right? And this is just like I don't know, because I just feel like some people you could tell like, okay, this ain't gonna work out. I'm going my own way, you go your own way, right? Some people you can't even have a civil conversation about breaking up or this ain't working for me no more. It doesn't even have anything to do with the partner. At the end of the day, it has a lot to do with you, like yourself. Like if you don't want to be with somebody no more, it doesn't have anything to do with what they're doing, right? It could just be you. Like, okay, I don't want to be. You know what I'm saying? Right? Sometimes you like eating steak, and sometimes you be like, oh, I can't eat this. I don't even want no steak. I don't want no burger. I don't want no red meat. I don't want none of that. I'm only eating fish and shrimp and chicken. You know what I'm saying? Like you get to choose. Like when you don't know you have choices or options and stuff like that, you just have limitations. You know what I'm saying? That you placed on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. You know. Now, do it's nothing wrong with like, um, like I'm not against relationships or anything like that. I love seeing people happy together in a healthy relationships. I love seeing families together, healthy relationships, raising healthy children and stuff like that. That's beautiful. It's absolutely amazing and beautiful. Like, what? I love seeing people in love. That's a beautiful thing. That is so beautiful, right? I love seeing people in love. I love seeing people who have self-love for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that, you know? But what I don't like is seeing people go head to head with each other. Like, even if you was in a relationship, right? And it didn't work out, right? Why, when you guys break up or it's over, now you guys are enemies, right? And I don't even understand how you become enemies when you guys, you know, have children together. Like, that doesn't, like, in my 20s, when I was like, I would say like 19, 20, 21, right? My viewpoint on this was a little bit different. Now I'm older. Like, I'm over 40, okay? Super old, right? So now I'm just like, even if you guys are not together, you need to maintain a healthy relationship, you know, because you guys are co-parenting and you raising children or a child, or I don't know, some people got like, was in a relationship and you got pets. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta, you know, talk to them because you got a pet in common. I don't know like what people do, but I'm just saying like you guys have to have like maintain that healthy relationship in terms of like you gotta have some type of communication there, like because it's no way, right? Like with me, like I'm talking about now, my thought process now, like because before it's just like, oh, when you young, you don't want to, you know what I'm saying, you don't want nobody around your kid, you just, I don't know, it just was just a crazy, I don't know, like it was just a different viewpoint. But now I'm just like, if you're no longer in a relationship with somebody, right? I'm not even talking about like, oh yeah, abusive relationship. I'm just talking about relationship. Like, it just could have been just, all right, you guys no longer are together. I'm not talking about the complex, like, oh yeah, this person was beating me and doing. I'm not talking about that. Like, I'm not talking about like, oh yeah, you had to get an order protection, people trying to run people over with cars and all that stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying like, okay, a normal breakup. You feel what I'm saying? Like, okay, it didn't work out, it's over. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about like, oh yeah, some extensive DV and just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not talking about that. I'm just, but even in those kind of relationships, it's just like, girl, like, it's not that serious. It's really not that serious. Like, oh my God, it's not that serious. Like, people be going head to head, like, it's the relationship over, you guys instantly become enemies. How the hell you an enemy with somebody you got kids with? Like, it to me it don't make sense. Like, why would I want to become enemies with somebody that I had a child with, and then my children are going over there in a whole nother household without me there, right? And if the person that I used to be with is involved with another person, right? They in a relationship, right? Hypothetically speaking, like let's say, okay, I divorced Andrew, right? Me and Andrew had 5 kids together, okay? We no longer together, right? He moved on, he got a new wife, you know what I'm saying? And my children has to go over there. Why is it that I can't have a relationship with his wife? Like, wouldn't you want to be friends with somebody who's around your kid, or like, get it. You know what I'm saying? To, like, why don't people see it? Because I don't know. Like, that's just a whole nother topic in itself. Okay, right? That's a whole nother topic in itself. But it's just like, why would you want to be enemies? I know, like, listen, breakups can become so, I don't know, it could be so just, it could be a bad breakup and things just don't work out. You know what I'm saying? Then people have to go to court and do all this other stuff or whatever, right? But I don't know, that's just a thought that crossed my mind. Like, why would I want to be enemies with somebody that I have kids with? That shit don't, that's not adding up. That's not a healthy environment. Like, I don't know, like, I could respect those people out there that have children, um and they have a relationship with their children father, the children mother, and their current spouses. I don't know, it's just weird. Like, I don't know, I don't want to say that's weird, but it's just like, it's just weird to me. In my mind, it just doesn't make sense to be enemies, right? Especially when it's nothing like I said, I'm not talking about like the DV and I'm not talking about none of that, because it's just like, all right, you got to order protection from that person for a reason. Like, okay, I'm talking about, like, okay, like, all right, the relationship's over. Like I said, let's say if somebody cheated, like, all right, this person stepped out, okay, you decided to divorce them, but does that mean that that person got to be a damn enemy for the rest of your life? Like, that's crazy. That's insane. Like, I wouldn't want my kids to be around somebody that I don't know. Like, why not know? Like, why not get to know the person that, like, they new lover? I don't know. Like, get to know their new lover, their new wife, new husband, whatever, and build a relationship. Because if you have kids, it's like, why would you want your kids to be in a household that you don't even know what's you don't, you know what I'm saying? Obviously you're not gonna know what's going on anyway, because you're in a whole nother household. But if you have a good rapport, you know what I'm saying, like, with they new spouse, I don't see what the problem is. Like, it's not making sense to me in my mind. Like, why people are going, like, starting whole wars with somebody that they kid gotta go with. That, I don't know, that shit don't make no sense to me. Like, I don't know, like, in my mind, I just don't, it's just not making sense to me. Like, especially like I said, like, there's no order protections and none of that stuff. Like, y'all need to be adults for real. Like, you need to get it together. Be like, for, if not for yourselves, for the kids. Like, get it together. Like, that shit, it just looks horrible. Like, you going to war with somebody, like, fighting, getting locked up, all this drama stuff for what? Like, I don't know. Like, it's not making sense to me. Be like, it's just not. Like, I don't know. It's just not. I always say, like, try to make. I know people gonna be in their emotions and their feelings and all that stuff, and when you operating out of emotions, you liable to do any irrational thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to be a little bit logical with it. Like, you got to be something. You got to have some type of logic. Like, got to be logical a little bit. Like, that emotions. Shoot. If you keep on, like, operating out of, like, oh, it's how I feel, my emotions. You know what I'm saying? You're doing things. You maneuvering through life, uh, with your emotions, making these crazy crazy decisions because you're emotional, and it can end tragically. Like, yo, Sometimes you gotta sit back like, yeah, I know I'm in my mood. I know I'm feeling some type of way, but let me give myself just 5 minutes to calm down. Let me just calm down. Let me go sit down and reflect, right? Sometimes you gotta sit down and reflect before you start doing crazy shit when you like emotional, upset, in your feelings, in your mood, right? That's how people end up in jail. You know what I'm saying? They do some, they get all riled up, they get in their emotions, right? They so tired. And I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? They get into their emotions, they be emotional and shit, and they make a decision in their feelings. It's just like, girl, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta change something. Like, something gotta change. Like, got to change. Like, you gotta get out of the emotions. Like, yo, the emotions ain't there. I don't know. I'm kind of like moving around too. Like, yo, oh my goodness. But I don't know. As you get older, you just start seeing things a little bit different. At least with me. So I just was like, yo, I be grateful. Like I'm super grateful. Like, yo, this morning when I woke up, I was just so grateful. I started thinking God. I'm like, yo, I don't even know how I'm still here. Like all the stuff that I've gone through in my whole life. And I just sit back and I reflect and I'm like, and I just have to thank God, like, yo, through his grace, through his grace, like, because I, um, I feel like with your intuition, intuition, like, we all have an intuition, right? And sometimes, like, your intuition will steer you in the right place. Like, it's that little voice or that feeling, like when you outside or when you're doing something, you be like, oh, okay, let me not go down this block. Something is pulling me the opposite direction, or like stuff like that. Like, you get like this intuitive, like, you get an intuitive feeling, or you just know, like, all right, maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe I shouldn't go to the club tonight. You know what I'm saying? You don't go to the club that night. Then all of a sudden, something bad done happen in the damn club. But I don't know, like the intuition. I just feel like we all have an internal GPS that's guiding us. Like, and I just feel like sometimes, like when you tap into um, when you know yourself, tap into being tuned, right? Sometimes you just get a feeling and you just know, like, oh, maybe you shouldn't do that. Like, you just know certain shit. Like, I don't know. That's just what I think. Let me know in the chat what you guys think, how you feel about that. I'm open to hearing, how you guys um, view that. Like, how you guys feel about your intuition? Have you ever been led by your intuition, or certain feelings that you got that saved you? You know what I'm saying? Like, let me know how you guys feel about that, because I could be here uh for a while talking about, like, different stories and stuff like that, but you know but I'm just grateful to be here, man. Like, I'm grateful. I think that, life is amazing. And I think that, we go through different things depending on, like, our age group, and what's going on in the world, our society, our communities, and stuff like that, um plays like a significant role and and how it shapes us and molds us how we are. A lot of how we are is kind of like experiences and the things that we know, like, but we are constantly growing and changing. If you notice, like, we are constantly in a state where we are like growing and changing, like everything like really changes. Because, like, let me tell you something, like, yo, even the environment that you live in, right? Things change. Like, you could go outside, like the store that was there yesterday ain't there today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had went down when I was a little girl, right? Um, I was staying in the Bronx, so I feel like the Bronx is like, I lived there like my majority of my life. The Bronx, the boogie down, the boogie down. Okay. So I lived there like, my whole life. And when I was growing up, we didn't have like the internet. Well, we did have the internet, but it's not like how it is now, right? Like, you ordering stuff like no Amazon Prime. You had to go to the store and buy whatever you was looking for. Or like, the only thing, like, you could order stuff from like the TV QVC. You feel me? You go on the TV, they be just advertising stuff all day, right? Or you open your book, like, it's just like magazine books where it got all the stuff in there, like, advertise it like that, and you order from the book and stuff like that. But other than that, you had to go out to like the malls or the shopping areas, right? And at the shopping areas I used to go to was like 149th and 3rd Avenue, or I was going to Fordham Road. Those was like the two main places I would go for shopping. Like, and but Fordham Road was like the main place I used to go. You give me $80, I was coming back with mad stuff. A lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But Fordham Road looked totally different from what it looked like when I was a kid. Like, I'm telling you, it's like day and night. When I went on Fordham Road recently, it's like a hubbub for like fast food restaurants. I see nothing but restaurants on there. They got a Chick-fil-A on Fordham Road. A Chick-fil-A on Fordham. I mean, not not to say like, oh damn, a Chick-fil-A, but I'm just saying, like, they have nothing but, it's nothing but restaurants. They got a Wendy's. They ain't never had no Wendy's when I was growing up over there. They have a whole bunch of food stores. I barely see like any of the like, they still got shopping stores. Like, all the discount stores is up. Like, but them stores when I was growing up, they used to have these stores where you go and you buy nothing but designer stuff, like nothing but designer, like the hood designer stuff, the stuff that was really popular. Like, they used to sell like Vansons. Vansons back in the day was like the elite leather coat. Like, it was that shit. They sold Vansons, they sold Pele's, they sold Ava Rags, they sold like any type. They serve they sold like fur coats, all this stuff, like all the leather coats. But I seen one store like that, like, on here. It was on like the Grand Concourse, right? But the main stores, like, where you get all the like designer stuff, like the Iceberg. Back in the days, it used to be like this thing called Iceberg. Like, yo, it was like very popular. Like, I don't think people wear it now. They still wear it? I don't know. I'm not really up on designer stuff like I was back in the days. Like, when I was, like, my younger self would have a field day. Okay, I just don't. I could care less about certain things. I buy the things that I like, but I just noticed that it's not like before when I was growing up. They have majority of those stores. Now it's just like, it's some of them stores, but not as much as it was. Because before it was like only like the main fast food restaurants that you would see. Now you're seeing all kind of restaurants on, Fordham Road and all that stuff. And I'm just like, wow, things are really shifting. I just honestly feel like everything is probably just gonna shift online. Like, you probably won't even be able to go in the store no more to buy stuff no more. But I don't know, like with me, I know I'm gonna have to go out to the store to buy some stuff, because I think I'm gonna just put it on hold for a while, me ordering stuff. I'm just gonna go to the store and buy what I need. Listen, that's a whole nother show in itself. But yeah, so I just noticed that everything just changing. The stores are changing. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is changing. They update it every year. They come out with a new damn cell phone. You know what I'm saying? Everything. Every time you turn around, you gotta update something on the phone. Every app gotta have an update. So I just feel like with us, like yeah, maybe sometimes we gotta update ourselves, update the information that we know, like update um how we like responding or how we are, like you know, that's if you feel like you want to. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta do nothing. I say, like, you feel me? Like, you gotta do what works for you. I ain't, I ain't up here telling people what to do. You do what you want to do. It's your life, for real. Like, for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? People have a field day with that. Like, yeah, I did this because some lady on the internet said I had to do it. Like, girl, if you don't sit your like, let me say, like, you gotta live your life, man. You gotta live your life. Do what you want to do. Hey, I'm just saying, like, giving out the information. Like, I just feel like at the end of the day, it's your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't gotta heal from nothing. You don't even have to worry about nothing that happened in your past. You feel what I'm saying? And if you do, if you know what I'm saying, you could hold on. You could be tired of being tired and still be tired and wake up tired and that'd be your choice. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's your life. Like, you gotta do what works for you or what's gonna, you know what I'm saying? For real. Hold on for a second. I'm gonna listen to some music, dog. When I get off of here, I'm gonna be vibing out. I think I'm gonna just vibe out to some music. But what's crazy is I could go down the block. They got like this little lounge, right? But I don't know, like with me, because I'm over 40, right? I don't know, like tomorrow they have like a little 70s joint, like a 70s party, and it's like regular club hours. You know what I'm saying? It's like 10 to 3. No, no, those ain't regular club hours because I was like 10 to 2, no, 10 to 3. No, I think it's 10 to 2, right? But it's still late, right? But these other spots, right? You see how dirty they do us, right? We grown adults, right? We're not 40. Well, I'm 43, right? Why the hell the spot? Because it's a spot like for like they call it grown and sexy. You know how when they talk about older people and shit like that, they say, "Oh, grown and sexy," right? So it's a grown and sexy after work type of vibe, right? And it's like it's on Fridays and it's from 5 to 11. Why the hell I'm leaving a joint at 11 and then they have a line because the other spot is the same spot, right? But it's a different age group, and they shit start at 11:30 to like 5. Our shit start from 5 p.m. to 11. Like what? Come on now. And it's a Friday too. We're not talking about like an after work and it's like freaking Tuesday or Wednesday, right? So I had went to this spot. So I'm leaving this spot, right, 11 o'clock, and I see that the guys and girls lined up to get in back in for their little spot. So I had went to this other spot. Um, it was like a lounge. It's a popular lounge. It's like in a village or whatever. No, it's not in a village. I'm lying. It's like by Delancey or whatever. And so I went there, but that wasn't my age group, son. Like, I don't like going to the, like, I ain't going front. Like, I like the party. Like, I do. Like, and it's just like, I don't know, like, I like the party, right? So it's just like, I have to be mindful, like, okay, I'm not trying to be the auntie in a club, like, yo, but what I'm saying is that I went to this other spot, right? Me and my friend or whatever, right? We went there. It was a cool vibe, but it was just mad young people. Like, yo, I had to like, okay, because you know the lounges on a weekend, like they be. I don't know if the young people say turn up. It be just loud or lit or whatever, but I don't know. But anyway, it was kind of like weird, but I had a good time dancing and stuff like that. But I was just looking around like, okay, these, you know, I don't know, when I have go out. I don't know. I like to be around like people that's my age, but then I have to think about it because it's just like even if you go to like a lounge, go out to a restaurant, um, even when I go out to like popular spots that I used to go out when I was younger, you know what I'm saying? It's still like, oh, one time I had went to this it wasn't a concert, it was like a club, a rapper appearance or whatever, right? He was still performing, but it was a little hole in the spot club, right? And so I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, this rapper mad old. You know, he's like around my age group, right? So it's gonna be people my age there. Girl, when I tell you I had went to that spot and it was young people, I was like, what the hell? I was like, I ain't sure. I mean, I still enjoyed myself, but I was aware. I'm like, oh, okay, the rappers, because remember the rappers, they're gonna bring in the young people, because that's like I don't know, like so I had to think about it. I'm like, even though this rapper's older, and this nigga done went, oh, I'm sorry to say that word, but and he done went through so many different generations. Like I'm serious, right? He still draws in. I forgot the rapper name. I'm sorry, I say it, whatever. But he drew rappers still draw in a young crowd regardless. Like they do. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, even though this rapper like 50 something, no, he ain't wasn't 50 something, probably his late 40s. He's like in his late 40s. And I'm like, okay, but it's still like a young crowd. Cause the crowd was like, these kids had to be like, oh my God, like probably 23, 22, 24. And I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, what the hell? I still went and I had a good time. I just went to see the performance. It was like Halloween too. So it was like a Halloween party. And it was cool, but I thought it would be like more of my crowd, but I'm like, nah, it has to say key words. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it was still cool. It was nice. But I would like to party around people more my age, but when you go out and have a good time, you're gonna see people of all ages. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I have to be in that mindset, like, okay, I'm just having a good time. But I just was aware of my surroundings. I was like, oh wow, that's interesting to know. Like, okay, you know, the rappers are going to draw in a young crowd, even if it's a mature rapper. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's just what it is. It's gonna be like some artists have the tools to bring out people of all ages, all ages, like literally, or even like it don't even have to be rappers. It could just be a musical artist in general. Like they're gonna bring out people of all ages. You know what I'm saying? But it was cool. It was a cool experience. It was fun. Um, but I try to look for like keywords like grown and sexy, and it's some like boat rides. I'm about to be listen, the boat rides. We gotta do like some boat rides. I no matter of fact I did some boat rides, but I'm trying to go to like a ghetto fabulous boat ride, like you know what I'm saying, a hood fabulous boat ride, like for real. Like I went on some boat rides. It was kind of like just it was okay. But I don't know. I'm looking for like the Ghetto Fabulous uh boat ride. You know what I'm saying? The all white affair. You know, where we doing like we doing the electric slide in the middle of the boat. You know what I'm saying? Or the other one was it? What they say the other song? They be like one hop this time. I don't know. Whew. Cause the summer, even though like the weather's just been, we haven't had like super hot days, and I'm grateful for that. Like, whoo, because the heat wave, honey, the heat wave be just out of this world. So I'm like, I'm grateful for like it was hot, but like not super hot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like your damn lace front is melting off hot. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't been like super hot like that. Um, so the weather has been like nice, right? But we got this last month. It's officially August as I speak. You know what I'm saying? It's after midnight, so it's we are in August, the month of August. You know, um, like I was telling you guys, like I like the fall. The fall is I already like listen. I already know how I'm gonna be decorating my house for the fall. It's already on. But we're in August and the summer about to be over soon. Yes, like the second week, first week of September. Yeah, summer's over like I think September, sometime in September, the first or second week of September. I don't know the exact date. I have a date in my head, but I don't know if it's true or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, these last days of summer, I definitely am gonna be enjoying myself. Like for real, I'm gonna enjoy. I'm definitely gonna be enjoying myself. Hmm. Got one life, gotta live it. But yeah, be going on some boat rides. I'm gonna find me a good boat ride, for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you guys know how that went with the boat ride and the little lounges, the lounges and the little. I don't know, like the club. Like I told you, it was like a club. It's like a '70s club. I call it a seven. It's not like an official '70s club, right? But I only say that because they do play like '70s, '80s, '90s. It's like they play some '90s, yeah, '90s, like the pop from back in the days or whatever, right? But um yeah, so that's why I'm like, it's like I call it a club. It's more so like a lounge, but it's late though. It's like people of another time when I went there for I didn't go there for Halloween, but was it Halloween Day? No, I think I went. Was it Halloween? I don't know. It's always like some Halloween. Like I told you, it's like the fall. I like the fall, man. For real. Like I'm like, did I go there when? Because I knew I had a costume on. I had a costume on when I went there. So like the other spot was like a Halloween too. Like it's always some Halloween spot that these it wasn't a Halloween spot, but it's always like around Halloween, like October. The ones that I remember the most is like around that time because I like the fall, so for real. So I'm like years around that time. Like yeah, it's always like I don't know why I bring that up around that time because I could talk about this other spot I went to in July. But anyway, that's a whole nother show. But I don't know. I'm gonna get off of here. It was nice chatting with you guys. I'm gonna be live tomorrow. Just don't know what no live later on today, which is Saturday. So sometime today, Saturday, I will be going live. For the next 30 days, I'm gonna be live every day. Okay. Doing let me know what topics you think I should talk about. Yeah, so uh, I'll be talking to you guys later. All right, peace.